Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Dale of the Knit1.Tea2 podcast, and this video is going to be a little different. So my daughter and I are going to be I'm entering some knit pieces and she's entering some art into the Washington County Fair, which is an annual fair here in Rhode Island. And I just wanted to do a little video on our submissions and then try and take some video when we drop off our pieces and hopefully a little bit of the fair. Yeah, so this is going to be more of like a vlog style video over a few days. And I think that's all I wanted to say. So let's take a peek at our items. Okay, so this is my newborn sweater. I did block it. If you've watched my podcast, you've seen it. I didn't quite block out the way I wanted it to, but it is what it is. So that is my newborn sweater. I'm not really good at blocking, so I think that's partly why. And the hat that matches, so that's the newborn set. My Knit Picks, Stroll Fingering, Beanstalk is the colorway. Socks. So those are my entries. And then Liliana has a chicken drawing. I can't remember what she called that one. She has to name them for the fair. Her painting, don't look at my messy living room. Her painting she called The Scoop. Watercolor Bunny is that one. And then I have to take these down and set up a few more. This one is The Scene of the Beach. She's 7, by the way. This is a coloring contest that the kids can enter, so this is the picture. And then her last piece of art is Chick Egg, I think is what she called this one. So yeah. So we're gonna get all ready and go drop it off. All right, Liliana, what did we just do?
We entered our stuff in the fair.
Yep, we just dropped off our stuff. So it's all set, ready to go. We'll go see it when we go to the fair.
What's that one?
Let's see what that one is. Oh, that's cool too. It's an eagle. So we went to go look at our artwork pieces. Liliana got some first place ribbons. There are my socks hanging up. It was pretty cool to see our artwork displayed here. This was a third place ribbon for Liliana. Another first place ribbon for her. My sweater did end up getting a third place ribbon. The ribbon had just fallen off. And then we looked around at some of the other pieces. They had some beautiful sweaters, some bags, like so many different pieces of art that I love to look at. Blankets, like you really can enter anything. And so many gorgeous pieces. And there's so much to look at in these art buildings. It's hard to see it all the first time. So we did end up going back again. I think 2 more days. Like, look at that gorgeous quilt. I loved looking at all this stuff. And this granny square crocheted cardigan. I loved it. I loved it all. The pictures. And then these are the Grand Champion. So these were like the highest place winners, I guess you would call that. And then more quilts. They have this whole building was just full of art pieces, drawings, pictures, knit items, crocheted items. They also have, which I don't know if I got any footage of it, but canned food items, and they have baked goods too. The next building had floral arrangements, which we did not enter any floral arrangements, but beautiful dahlias. It's just amazing to see all of the different things that people enter. In the 4-H building, we found Liliana's art pieces, and these were the champions for the 4-H building. So we entered both into 4-H as well as the regular Washington County Fair. Okay, hang on. You're a pretty rooster. Yes, you are. Handsome, pretty. Really? You are too. Don't worry. That's what Ricky's gonna do. All right, hang on. Oh, you're a pretty birdie. Oh my gosh, these are all babies. Oh yeah, that looks exactly like ours. It could be from the same hatching as ours, actually. So you saw the chickens, and then in the chickens there were rabbits too. Liliana wants a rabbit someday. There was some really pretty art. This was a mama pig, but it was hard to take a picture or a video of the mama pig without getting other people in the video, and I tried really hard while we were there not to get faces of other people for privacy reasons. So we moved over to the sheep barn, and those were munching. The sheep and the goats are all together. So they do have like one way, like you walk through, you can see the sheep on one side and then you move around, and the baby goats were there, and then some bigger goats, and we just love looking at all the animals. And like I said, we didn't have any animals in the fair, but Liliana does want a bunny someday. We got some dells. It was so hot, so we got some watermelon dells to enjoy, and then sat down for a little bit. I worked on my sock. Of course, I bring my knitting everywhere. And then this was an antique barn. Do they call it the antique barn? I can't remember exactly what they call it, but they have all the old antiques, washing machines, there's refrigerators. It's awesome to see all of the antique pieces, the stoves. It's just fascinating. They have on the other side, which I don't know that I got much video of, they also have old farm equipment in this barn as well that you can look at. So I thought that was pretty cool. We like to look at the antiques. They usually have much of the same stuff each year, but it's still fascinating to look at all of the antique pieces. And they have all of the old Washington County Fair signs, which is hard to see there, but all the old advertisements. And this is the side with all the farm equipment, but I tried not to get people in it, and I believe people were walking the other way, so I just kind of stopped recording there. The craft barn had different vendors, and then sat and knit some more and had a snack. I didn't know what the schedule was for the evening, so we did find out while we were sitting there that they were doing some horse pulls. So we decided to stay just a little bit longer and watch that for a little bit, which is fascinating. The horses are beautiful. So we enjoyed that. They're just amazing. I really do like horses. I would love to learn to ride a horse, but maybe someday. And so they're just such strong creatures. Like, it's amazing what they can do. So then the next day, we came back again and we saw the tractors. We have been going to the Washington County Fair for quite a few years now. We did skip some years in between, but I don't think once we have looked at all the tractors. So this was pretty cool. There's always so much to look at the fair. And we usually go one day or one night. So we don't always see everything because there's only so much you can look at in one day or one evening. So we did get to see all of the old tractors. And actually not all of them are old. Some of them were restored. Some of them were new. I don't really know anything technical about tractors, but it was still really awesome to look at them all. And then moving tractors. These are some things that were really new to us. We've been going for years. Never had seen tractor racing before. So that was pretty fascinating. A little scary for them, not us. We were on the side, but then they had that was pretty cool. We went back to look at some more art, of course, because it's hard to see all at once. And then this is the mural painted on the side of the building. Had to knit and get some French fries, which were amazing. And there were camels. That was something new this year. I don't think they have ever had camels before. So we thought those were pretty cool. Another artwork piece that's been there. And then cows. We had to go look at the beautiful cows. Some of them were just relaxing. We didn't see any of the dairy show, but that mama was there. And pigs. Lots of pigs. They were all hot and tired. Drinking some water. I was fascinated by that water spigot there that they were able to drink from. That was pretty cool. Went and looked at some more bunnies. This is a mini Rex. That's the kind of bunny that Liliana wants. And then we had to go look at the the agriculture building, which, realizing afterwards, we should have entered one of our large zucchinis that we had this year. But that is on the list for next year to enter. Each year we're learning about the fair process and entering items. So that's just something new to add on our list for next year. I think that these get judged by size and weight, I believe. Once again, it's all a learning process for us. So we started with art and my knitting, and we will just continue to grow from there. Look at those zucchinis. We had a pretty big one. We took a Ferris wheel ride because I love to see the view from the Ferris wheel. I don't love rides, but it is a really beautiful view when you get to the top. It's pretty awesome to look out and see. The clouds are beautiful, all the green. This is the only ride I ever go on. So Sunday we had to go pick up our things. While we were waiting in line, I was working on a different sock because I had finished my other one. The moon was shining. I can never get good pictures of the moon, but... And while we were waiting, some people who had picked up their flowers gave them to Liliana, and they were beautiful. And that concludes our little weekend adventure at the fair. So thank you for watching and coming along with us, and we will see you next time.